I don't know why it don't go full screen.
Okay, we're live.
Yep. Now, how do I share this?
It should on their page. You have to go to my page. It says live, and it's live. I mean, it's full screen. It's full screen to them.
Yep. How do I share this?
So you have to go. Are you on? You're on your cell phone, right?
Yeah.
I am too.
Okay. So you'd have to share it from the link, just like you would any other live.
There's a little box down at the bottom. Looks like a TV with an arrow in it, and it's red.
I think that's to leave.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm scared to push buttons because I know I push a button and I'll be like, Jen, gone. I won't be able to find my way back. Be clicking that link button again, like, you take me home. Take me back.
I done that on that first live I done with them.
Hit the wrong button.
Yeah. Yeah, it won't let me share it. I clicked all the buttons except for the red box one.
Yeah, I think that one send you gone.
All right. We got 3 people on. Hi, guys.
See, it's not even showing me that.
Yeah, I know. So I can't see nothing.
You see no comments?
No.
Let me turn the phone. Okay, so I think the comment
Hi, Steve.
would. Nope. I didn't see that comment.
Okay.
I'm in the dark again. It's Broadwell all over.
It says please
Hi,
like and
everyone.
share, but
Yeah, I see that scrolling across the bottom there, barely, even on my little bifocals.
Good evening, everyone. We're just letting everybody get online. Unfortunately, we have Melissa and Dusty with us tonight. Melissa Sprinkle, Dusty, Irishman Paranormal, and unfortunately, Jimmy Outlaw Paranormal still has the flu, so he's not going to be able to make it tonight. He's been in bed for a few days with the flu. Finally went to the doctor, so we lost Dusty.
He hit that red button.
I got to bring him back in.
I'm back.
How'd you do it? Because I'm sure I'm going to do it.
The same way you got in there the first time?
All right, so I thought.
Yeah. And let's see, Dusty, if you're on there now. Okay, you're on there. So, all right, guys. Question. Hello, Steve.
What's his question?
Steve has no question yet.
Oh, hey, Steve.
What if I hit the? Oh shit. This is why I don't hit buttons. Don't hit buttons. There's a 3.
You're good.
I'm going to touch that one.
You're still on. So, anyways, tuning in.
Comments. Oh, I see them, but then I can't hear them.
How'd you get comments?
The 3 dots, but then I can't see you guys because the comments are up.
Oh, okay. Yep, you're right.
All right. Not too bad.
That's why it's easier to do on your computer like I am, because then you can see the comments on the right. I also have my phone on too.
My phone this way if it would help.
You said hi, Dusty. Hi, Melissa. So tonight, guys, this is just a chat. You know, when we're live, and I do apologize for the other night. So when we were live at the Bravo Funeral Home, my YouTube and my Facebook, I could not see any comments anywhere at all. I don't know what happened. 24 times I've been there. That's never taken place. So unfortunately, I went back through a lot of the comments on Facebook and I responded to a lot of you, but the comments were just I don't know. They were gone. And then I took the YouTube down, and then I think I brought one of them back up. And then when we hit the basement, the Facebook went completely, and I could not get Facebook back up. So I don't know what happened that night. It was kind of strange. Hi, Dale.
Hi. Hi,
It was
Dale.
kind of strange, how that all occurred. So I apologize for all that
People watching.
interference the other night. And like I said, normally that doesn't happen. If anyone's tuning in right now, unfortunately, Jimmy Outlaw Paranormal still has the flu. He's not going to be able to make it. Once he gets over the flu, he said he will join us next time. He just can't. He can't do it tonight. He's been in bed for days, and he finally went to the doctor and got medication. He's been sitting like that for days and didn't have no medication. So this is just a chat night for everyone to ask questions, to join us and be involved. Like I said, at the investigations is difficult because, one, you're doing the investigation, you're involved with everything that's going on. So you can't see every single comment when it occurs because you have so much going on around you. Broadwell, Melissa and I will have to say, was an awesome night last Saturday because the interaction that we got. Your dad just sent me a friend request.
I did that so I could get live on his phone.
Oh, I see. Want me to accept that real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you say it if you went to my paranormal page, it automatically accepts it. Did you add it? Did you send it to my personal page?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Hang on, guys. So at Broadwell, it was, like I said, okay, I confirmed it, Dusty. It was a great night, and we had the activity. Now, if you guys remember the previous time that I was there and we went I was walking around and I heard that little girl talking. And when I was going around by myself, and Dusty and Mike were putting the equipment away, and she was singing Ring Around the Rosie. Well, we actually found out that, oh, hi, Tracy. I know. I don't know why Facebook doesn't give you all the notifications anymore. Well, I did send you a message to tell you I was live, Tracy. So when we captured this the other night, and you heard it on Tim Lovejoy's page, the thing about it is he's going to redo this video so you can hear everything that's going on. And Melissa was there, so she can verify that there wasn't that much going on. There was a lot of noise going on around us, and that's the important thing, guys. Is going on, and when we're investigating, there's so much going around you that you don't realize what's happening. So when this occurred, we were in the other bedroom at the other end. I had that toy in my hand. Now that toy does not say the word white. Hi, Diane. So that toy does not say the word white. And when she was coming down the hallway, Melissa, you said she was saying, "Where's mommy?"
Yeah.
So she was saying, "Where's mommy?" And then this guy said, "I hate you," over top of this little girl. And then when I said, "What color is this on the toy?" she said, "White." She said it like that. And then she was like, "Where's mommy?" And it was so cool. And then, in between that time of this recording, and so it's
I can see comments on this one. I can see the comments on yours. Oh.
Dusty.
Yeah.
So the spirit just walked up behind me when I was talking. But when this occurred, and then she was coming down the hallway, she said white. In between that time, she also sang Ring Around the Rosie again. So I listened to it with headphones on, and like 3 minutes and 24 seconds into it, she was singing Ring Around the Rosie. So earlier that night, we played the music box again, and she loves that music box. And when we played that music box, she likes to sing that song after that music box is not playing. So Melissa and Dusty and I are going to go up again in January. We're going to try to do some more communication with her, because this is the third time we picked her up. That one time, remember Dusty and I was sitting on the floor. You had the live, and I said, "Did that little girl just say mommy?" That
Yep.
was her. That's her. So
Really?
we've now captured this little girl 3 times now. So she's very dominant. Probably there's someone standing right behind me. Probably about what we say, maybe 7, 8 years old, Melissa.
Yeah, I think Max would be 8
Yeah, because she's
because
very vocal.
her English is good, I guess. So she's not like real little because you can understand each word. It's not like catch a word or two. Oh, okay, I understood. You understand each word that's being said. So
Hi, Shireen.
what makes me think she's older.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm trying to get back to this page. That's the thing with her is she has very strong energy because she comes through so clear. And anyway, we believe there's a story that was happening around us when this occurred. So when she was looking for her mommy, and then there was this big banging noise. And when that banging noise occurred, this guy said, I didn't really capture the other part about the guy saying, "Get this bee out of here." But
I didn't hear that either.
I did hear the guy say, "I hate you." So
Yes.
I don't know if he was speaking to me or if he was speaking to the child. But when this all occurred, there was like a story happening around us. It was so crazy. And then there was so much banging and stuff, and that was not us. So
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
yeah. And it was crazy. And then we heard, okay, and then I did cut a reel, and I'm going to post that probably tomorrow. And the reel that I cut was of the humming noise. Now, when I went and I had to cut this, I had to up the volume on that because we're sitting there, and I think I don't know, Melissa, when you mentioned the child, was it Aaron that shushed you? Somebody went shh.
It was him or Tim, I think, because I'm sitting there and I'm just hearing it, and finally I'm like, okay, I've got to ask, is anybody else here? Is this just me? Because I was sitting close to the register, so it's like, okay, is that maybe humming? And I've never heard, a register when heat comes on go, but
Right.
I'm thinking it could be the register. So, but everybody else heard it too, and Tim was like, "Yeah," because I've been sitting here wondering that.
Hi,
So
Amy.
that's
Hi,
crazy.
yeah,
I mean
Dale.
that we all heard it
Need my
without a
little
device.
without that, Dale. Without the flower, Dale. Amy says hi, Dusty.
Hi.
Yeah, it was and when we were standing there and I had that in my hand, sorry, I had to miss that because I had to give my cat medication. I already did that before we went live. When we were standing there and I had that monitor in my hand, Melissa first heard the humming noise, and then Melissa and Aaron were sitting on the floor together. I was standing up, and then Tim was on the other side of the floor, and she literally was coming through going, and then I went through it a couple times. I haven't captured anything but the humming, but I will tell you this: when you see the reel, when she's humming, there's a ball bouncing. Yeah.
I just got goosebumps all over when you said that, because it was like her humming is like she's playing with something. I just don't know. Oh. I just heard the hum. So it's like she,
Hi, Sherry. Yeah. So when she hums the first time, then she when she's humming, you hear ping, ping, like a ball's dropping.
I wonder if she's playing jacks.
I don't know. It was kind of strange. So it has this pinging noise, but it sounds like one of those plastic balls, that it went down twice. So when I'll try to, it's cut. I'll try to post this tomorrow. So you hear her humming, but that's it, Melissa. You hear her humming, and then she's playing with something. So this is happening right around us now. Now, guys, we have to question: is this residual? Is this residual in a loop stuck in time?
Never heard it before though.
But I don't think so, because she's singing "Ring Around the Rosie."
Right. And I could be wrong, but I feel if it's residual, we would have caught, especially you, Jen. I mean, you've been there 20, 30 times now. I feel like this was something you would have caught at least one other time before now. Now we're almost every time you go, or it. So I feel like she's newer, or maybe not newer, but is starting to be more outspoken.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the first time Dusty and I caught her was the night that I was sitting on the floor, and she was asking for mommy. And then the second time was when they were packing up the equipment, and I was walking through that bathroom where the recorder was that Aaron had the recorder. It's like she stays in that other room.
Yeah.
That's where she was singing "Ring Around the Rosie," and she was walking right beside me the whole time. I was still live, but we were just cleaning everything up and getting, the investigation was over. So here it is now. And here it is now. Mandy and I went a month ago, and we did not capture her. We didn't do a whole lot of EVPs when Mandy and I was there. We did more of the monitor. So I think the EVPs are very important to capture her. And of course, quiet time at the funeral home is so important. So we need to go back in January on a Saturday and see if, Dusty, you're welcome to come with us if you want.
I'll be there.
See what we can capture with just us three. And we're gonna have
catch yourself on fire.
We're going to do more. Hi, Tessa. We're going to do more recordings and more quiet time with her, because that seems like what I don't really hear her come through the box. So
not really, no.
I did purchase that toy that I was playing with. I did purchase that. I'll have it on January 12th. I don't know who left it at the funeral home, but I bought one. And I've got a couple more things I'm buying. And then these are things that we are going to work with her with. Mm-hmm. The other thing I'm going to use, I think that she will also use. So I'm not going to give all that away yet, because we're going to do all that during the live. But these things, yeah, Diane, those spirits do know me very well up there too, being there 24 times. But these, I think we need more interaction toys with this little girl. What do you think, Dusty?
I think so. I think the more we have, she will come around more.
And since I feel like she's trying to communicate, so that's why I'm thinking, let's try to focus more on her, and then see what kind of, hell, we could have her slamming doors, turning on and off lights. Who knows?
Well, that's what Shireen just said. She said, try a flashlight with her.
And
we can do that. That's a good idea. We can try that too. Majority of that communication is going to be with different items. The paper communication we did the other day worked out great when the lady said PayPal. If you guys haven't seen that reel, go watch that reel. It was a blue paper. PayPal is blue. There was money sitting on it. And she said PayPal, which made so much sense. I mean, and then when the guy said sensor, there is a sensor inside the remote control car. So there's some things going on up there. And I think the energy is shifting. The energy definitely is shifting and getting better up there. Do you think that too?
Yes. I'll tell you what my daughter said later.
Hi, Deborah.
Sorry. But yes, I think you nailed it.
Yes, Tessa, the toy that was at the funeral home that I found sitting on the counter of the bathroom.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from.
Has the basic ABCs 1, 2, 3s, and in that reel, those spirits were saying 6, 7, 10. The colors red, blue.
Yeah, they were really responsive with that little toy.
yeah, direct communication with that. Hello, Roger. She is a newer spirit. Tracy thinks she's a newer spirit, but I've captured her twice already. So I don't know if maybe she's coming from the funeral home that's behind there that is active. Maybe she travels from that funeral home. Or I don't know where she's traveling from. That's the whole goal in January. We've got to figure out who is this little girl.
So maybe, I don't know, I'm not trying to be morbid or anything like that, but maybe we should look in the obituaries to see if any young children recently passed in that area. Give us a better understanding of, is she like new or just newer to the, gone a while but newer to the area.
Yeah. Hi, Adam. So the viewers that are on here now that were watching on last Saturday night, was there anything that you guys picked up? Was there any noises that you guys picked up during the investigation that maybe we did not hear or capture? I am going back through the live on Facebook to see if there's anything, because we don't realize why we're doing the investigation until after I review the live is when we pick up everything, because it's just too much going on. People are with you and the equipment's going and things are happening. So you're not as focused. So that's why I do review all the evidence and all the lives and everything after. So, but we're all going to try use one of these step on. Wait a minute. What's that? We have used one of those step on pianos with kids. They definitely interact with it. A step on piano, Shireen says.
It kind of reminds me of like the Super Nintendo when you had the field and track that pad.
Well, we did have at Melissa and I did at Madison Seminary. We had a spirit play the piano, but it played on the box, not on the actual piano. But it might be something, maybe a small, little, tiny, toddler piano. Maybe she would hit those keys because she seems very active when it comes to toys. This kid is really involved. You'll send me what, Tracy? Okay, so Dale said you see the shadow and someone peeking around the door. Yeah, and that was down in that room, most likely the one that when I was with Mandy. I know where you're talking, Dale. That room is extremely active. That's also where this little girl comes out of. So there's something.
That's the room I slept in during the experiment.
Is that the room you slept in?
Yeah, during the experiment, that one back there, it's got the only bedroom in there with the toilet in it. Yeah, that's where I slept that whole week of the experiment.
So Shireen says they light up and are like $5 at Five Below. It's like a rug that is a piano. You step on the piano. Oh, that's interesting.
Pretty cool.
Write that down, Melissa. She got a paper.
Write that down. It's history.
I don't go to Five Below very often, but we can check that out.
I do when I think about it. I don't know why I don't think about them more often, but.
Oh, Tracy's I will send you mine, Jennifer. You don't have to. We'll grab one. Don't worry about that. We can grab one. Several different things with this little girl, and that's the thing, guys. You guys have any ideas of children toys that would interact with this little girl? Type it. Let us know, because like I said, this little girl's active. I mean, she definitely wants to be acknowledged, and she has no fear of any of us. She doesn't
seem like it.
No.
And I really don't think that she might have some fear of the other spirits there, just because of a tone of the way I heard Mommy the once. But I still don't think that they would stop her. I
No,
think
and
she would still keep going.
yeah. And we think what the story is we think that she was coming down the hallway by the EVP. She was coming down the hallway. There was two male spirits in the hallway. One that sounds a little older, one sounds younger. And I think she said, where's mommy? And then there was a pow noise like a spirit got hit. And
Yeah.
then the guy said something, and then the other guy said, I hate you. And then in between that time, when I said, what color is this? She said, white. And then she started singing Ring Around the Rosie. So I don't know unless the other male spirit hit that other spirit. And she just like came right down the hallway, right through it, like it was nothing.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't hear all that commotion.
No.
Like that big thud. I mean, we didn't hear it. But it's strange how we could hear her hum.
Rug piano. We have had it work with the girls at the Lighthouse. What about one of those drawing pads that you can use your finger with and it can be erased?
I've thought of that, an Etch-a-Sketch type thing.
Yeah.
I've thought of that. And I do have something in my Amazon cart that I want to buy that's similar to an Etch-a-Sketch. I don't want to say what it is yet.
Okay. Those are interesting. Thank you, guys. That's interesting. Yeah. There's a story with this little girl. There is. Very dominant little girl. Now, is she a little girl? Well, we're hoping she's a little girl. We're hoping that she is what she's trying to make herself out to be.
She might be a demon.
I guess we're about to find out eventually. We'll play around with this for a while either way, whether it is a little girl or isn't. Still gonna mess around for a little while.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Let's see what happens in January. But it's kind of odd because, like I said, we picked her up. This is the third time we picked her up, and then the humming noise too that night. There is several small children there, and Rosalie is one of them. But Rosalie has a guy that protects her. He'll let her speak for a moment, and he'll back her off. I said she's a young teenager. This is not her. This is not her. She would not, this guy would not allow her to be this dominant. I feel like this is my feeling and my intuition feeling. I feel like this little girl travels through there and I don't think she's fazed by anything around her. That's why we brought up residual. Is she stuck in a loop? Is this residual? I don't believe it is because she is singing Ring Around the Rosie. So to me, if it was residual, she wouldn't be singing that. Now, if she was saying, where's mommy? Hey, mommy, that would be different. But then when I said, what color is this? She said white. So that's not residual.
Yeah, it's like so she's interacting. She's intelligent.
Yeah, very. Okay, so Tessa said we can also do a picture board like they have for autistic children. You can point to it and ask her yes or no. Yeah, and that's probably what I need to look into. I taught autistic and Down syndrome kids for 12 years. I probably should be going back in. I work in an office now, so I'm not really thinking about that. But I probably should be going back into the mindset of what I use to teach those children. And I will do that because that would be good. Tim Lovejoy said we captured them EVPs on both analog and digital recorders in voice operated mode. VOR, those recorders were in 2 different rooms as well. That's true. So it was a tape recorder with an actual tape and an actual Sony. And then I put mine into Lisa's closet and then shut the door. And I'm going to have to review that some more because I haven't done that yet. But in this situation, maybe we should try that. Dusty, you have your recorders. Melissa has hers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 recorders. Maybe we should throw them all out at one time and just
I've got like 4 or 5 recorders too.
Maybe we should run them all in different areas, all upstairs, and see what happens. You know, maybe, I mean, because I believe every recorder captures something totally different. I can go out with Mandy with that Sony and I'll capture something totally different than she will.
We probably
But then-
also need to write down like this recorder for memory. I'll forget 2 seconds
True.
later. I did good to remember my own name. But yeah, which room it was, whose recorder was in there, and which recorder, and because then I think that would help us pinpoint maybe where she, obviously that bathroom, but does she come out of that back area? And I think knowing where those recorders were sitting exactly, and then the volume of how it recorded, that's going to tell us, well, that happened in this room. Or if it's in those two bathrooms, but it's kind of hard to distinguish between those two, I think, but it would give us a better idea of it's here somewhere.
I got the old school recorders too.
Do you?
Where
Mine
you
takes tapes.
okay.
I got 2 of those also. Well, it sounds like we have like 20 recorders from between all 3 of us. That's interesting. I've never captured her downstairs, only upstairs. So
Yeah. And then
Tim-
that's like
Tim-
that humming. We were all in that one room, but that's not the room that we think she stays in. But I swear, to me, the humming was coming out of that closet in there.
Tim
But
said
I
he
don't
hasn't
know.
had to upload it, so he's going to upload that new version. Sorry, go ahead. Hi, Michelle. Michelle's on here from the Shrine. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
So Tessa says, yeah, like recorder 1 is the attic, recorder 2 is the basement, but I'd also leave
I don't
the
know if
house
we can get
complete.
in the attic.
Not anymore.
Can we,
Might go.
I don't know
Well,
if
that's
you can actually move that wood now, or if he's like sealed it off.
I don't think so. And that's what we did before. Mandy and I did a few weeks ago. We left it. We didn't leave recorders on. We left the live going, and we went outside and sat in my car for 10, 15 minutes. So that would be a good idea, maybe to go sit in the car for a little bit and let the recorders go while we're completely out. Hi, Laura. Who has time for investigations when the spirits come to you? Literally, they do that with me. I know, Laura. I just had one right behind me.
If we can, leave a couple of our phones on a live. I don't know how we can do that. Somehow leave them on a live while we're all not even out on the porch. Like you said, actually go sit in our car, not even, on the house at all. And leave, leave some, because there's some people that done that at Gaines' house there in Walton, and that's when they heard all kinds of shit. They had a camera pointing up the stairwell, so I mean, you could catch a shadow, I guess. And I know there's a child there because I've literally seen it with my eyes. That was creepy. But I mean, you heard them all going outside to smoke. And it wasn't 2 minutes after they had walked out, you heard all kinds of commotion. Sounded like somebody running up the steps and then running down the steps and then running back up the steps. I think it was that kid.
That was nice.
So you might be able to catch something like that. Setting a camera kind of angled up. I mean, we might catch a shadow too. That would be cool.
Yeah, I left it last time. Manny and I went outside for like 10 minutes. I left it shooting down the hallway upstairs, and then we left. Well, we actually left the monitor on. So this time, I think we're going to do that, but we're not going to do no monitor. We'll just do the recorders, and we'll have to verify. Of course, we're walking out, and it's going to hear us go up and down the stairs. That's the only problem with that, is that us moving that much is just too much interference. So we may need to just go ahead. And I think what we probably should do is we all should just take our recorders, Dusty go to one room, you go to another room, I go to another room, and we just lay out the recorders in the rooms and then just sit quietly and don't move.
Sounds like a
And
winner
that,
to me.
yeah. And that way, hi Pam Harris. That way there's not so much interference of us moving. And then the live will still be running too the entire time. But there's more activity in the big room, and that's where she's coming out of. She's coming out of that bathroom, and then she's coming down the hallway. So there's a lot of other things in that big room too, though. You know, a few weeks ago when Mandy and I was live, someone said they saw red eyes in that room. And then Secret James said that there was something in that room that was, I think, more on the dark side. And I'm sure there is, because I get that feeling when I walk in there. Adam says, Laura says, I had a spirit manifest while I was live and someone called it fake. I had one manifest down at the shrine, the Bristol, Tennessee, and it was unbelievable. It was like looking at a human. It was so freaking clear. It was
Yes,
so
but
cool.
through them. You see them, but also through them.
He
That's
had
what that little boy was.
Blue jeans.
Oh,
He walked right out the door, and we were all laying there sleeping, and something woke me up. I just felt it come in, and I looked up, and I thought it was Brandon. This guy was with us, and he goes, I go, what'd you do? You go to bathrooms? You go outside? And he said, no. He said, it wasn't me, and that was one of the uncles. So Jennifer, you should check some of my YouTubes. Okay, Laura, I will. What have you tried new recently you have not tried before in the past? Well, Pam, we just did an experiment at the Bravo Funeral Home last weekend, which was very interesting. So Melissa kept this idea to put a piece of paper down, a different colored piece of paper by each door, and then put an item on it. And I cut a reel on it. And you put an item on each piece of paper, and every piece of paper outside the door is a different color. And then she actually verified. So when the one spirit came through on the pink paper, there was a remote control truck, and he said sensor. And then on the blue paper, there was money sitting on it. And the spirit, she came through and said, PayPal. She said, PayPal. So here's the thing, it's on blue paper, it was money, and PayPal logo is blue. So, I mean, that was good. That was pretty cool. So we feel like that really worked out well, that experiment. And we had 2 other papers out, but we only got to those 2 at that time. We just did a short recording. So those papers are still up there. And in January, we'll try that again as well. We'll try to capture more on that. We might change the items on the other 2 papers, Melissa, to make it a little easier.
Yeah, I mean, hell, the one thing that I was telling them, when I'm putting it on there, things that, this is a truck, a car, a toy, giving them words to say for the pink paper. This is a truck, a car, a toy. I did not say PayPal or anything like that when it came to the I just put that down and was like, a $2 bill, money. Yeah.
When are we planning on going in January? Did you know yet?
I don't know yet. I haven't talked to Mike yet.
But that one thing I didn't even know it. I think it's for a paint can. I didn't know what the hell it was. I was like, this is a tool. And that's the only thing you can call it. Because if you call it what it really is, I'm not going to know what it is.
Yeah, we need to find some other items to put on those papers that would be.
I just trying to be quick. Grabbing, I don't know what the fuck that is. Throw it on there.
Yeah. And he did come through and say sensor, and the remote control car does have a sensor. So he was correct on that.
Yeah, which is kind of mind-blowing.
When she said PayPal, and when I used that toy, they came through, and that was direct communication when it came to, saying 6, 7, 10, blue, red. I mean, they were looking at it. It was direct communication of looking at it and verifying what was coming through, listening and looking. So that was, I was impressed with that, because it was just right on it. It was just right on it how they were doing that. But yes, and we will, our next investigation up there. Oh, I just saw something come through, Laura, on my cell phone. I'll look at it. Thank you. We're going to do an investigation for all of that as well. But, later on in the evening, we have to figure out the right time we got her. And we need to focus on trying to find out the story. There's a story of this little girl. There is.
I feel like she was in and out the whole time, even into the wee hours. I mean, she wasn't consistent, but she was in and out like the whole time we were there.
Well, she could have been consistent. Maybe we were investigating and not even paying attention. I think she likes being around us.
Yeah.
Pam said maybe try things that are simple, like a pencil or picture, maybe even candy. Yes, we actually have some new ideas that we're going to use in January to try to get more communication from her. And we're not going to tell you what all that is yet, but we got some things in the works that we think that might get her to communicate more. And like I said, let's hope that she is a she and not some demonic that's messing with us. But this is the third time we've captured her. So I don't really have that feeling when she comes around. I don't feel a darkness with her. I would sense that. And I don't feel a darkness. And that humming noise was calming what she was doing. Yeah, it was really cool. So any ideas you guys have on items to use, like I said, toys and stuff. We have a few, like I said, we're working on that. We have a few items that we're going to use. I know nothing against Sean Austin, but I just don't use apps. I mean, his app seems pretty cool. We used that at the funeral home, Mandy and I, a month ago, but I just prefer not to use an app. I actually prefer to go more old school with this situation. I like to use the old ways of approaching things. I mean, I love the equipment, but if we can get interaction with her, this child wants to play. She wants to play with toys, and there's a big interaction with her. So we have to get the right items for her to be able to do that.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. And I feel like with her, it's not really the new stuff, because we had a remote control car in there. They could have pushed it, and I showed them how to do it, but nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with Dale.
And plus, she's a girl, so not interested in it. She's not me. She's not interested in the big monster trucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think.
No more candy, Dale. No more candy.
I agree with Dale. We're gonna have the little girl and Jen fighting.
No. I have to go and January 13th, and that's why I have to figure out. January 13th, I have to go to a vein doctor, and I have to have veins removed from my leg. I'm in very, very bad pain. When we went up and down those stairs at a funeral home the other night, I was in so much pain, and it has been hurting me extremely bad in my left leg. So I go to a vein specialist January 13th. We're going to figure out, probably be done right after that. He's going to remove the veins in my left leg. This has been an issue with me for a couple years, but I haven't had any pain issues. So now it's gotten to a point where I have pain from it, and I have to get this resolved. But no, Pam, I have not. So no candy. I'm cutting off the candy because my cholesterol was 9 points over. I've never had that. And my glucose was borderline. So I have to change my entire diet. Everything else was good. I've never had an issue on my blood work, but this blood work came back with being on borderline of having an issue. So no more candy. Laura says I use what gifts I have and only use equipment for evidence for non-believers. Yes, I agree, Laura. And I just missed what you just said, Pam, but let me see if I can get back to it here. Tim said, I wonder if me placing the Aleister Crowley stone from the Boleskin House initiate and establish some of that communication that night. Well, I had major vibrations when you put that in my hand, and I felt a little eerie holding it. So after a few minutes, I did lay it on the floor. So I don't know. Thank you, Dale and Amy. I don't know. There's something with that. Well, yes, Steve, we're going to try to find out when she died. Maybe we can, do more on that.
That's another thing I want to write down.
But I'm sorry, talking. I missed a couple comments, but we'll get more into it. Come soon. I have that appointment January 13th, and then Melissa has something going on the 27th. So we're going to have to work around it during this month. It'll be on a Saturday night when it's not booked, and I have to check with Mike and see what the schedule is. He gave it to me last weekend, and I don't remember because I didn't write anything down. So I will get a hold of him. It's authentic, he said. Yeah, it's authentic. There's a major energy to it when I held it. Thank you, Amy. I'll be okay, guys. It's just with all this investigating, I have to get this resolved because there's a lot of stairs and a lot of walking in locations, and I'm trying to plan out this big summer, and I'm not going to be able to do that if I don't get this taken care of. So
Me either. If I can't walk 10 feet without being like, I'm tired.
Melissa's got to get something taken care of too, and Dusty, you got to get something taken care of too. So we all have some issues going on right now that we have to look into and take care of. Unfortunately, I'm kind of wondering, are the spirits doing this to us?
I think mine has been probably since birth and only just now being caught.
Probably.
I don't know. But yeah, I'll
Dale
make it.
said-
I'll be fine. I'll just have to change my diet, which is going to suck.
Yeah, I need to too. Dale said on the 13th he's having back surgery. Oh goodness, Dale. I
Oh,
hope
damn.
everything- I'll send
Wow.
prayers your way for your surgery. Yeah.
And send Reiki to the situation.
Yeah. Melissa and I will send you some Reiki healing.
Do
We
that.
gotcha.
And also do it to the doctor. Can send it to the actual situation itself. There's all kinds of amazing
Yeah.
things you can do.
So Laura says, I have one spirit that tells me to turn off my Finn video camera. He's such a grouch. Oh, they can be grouchy, can't they?
Yeah.
Tracy said, I can help Melissa big time with her diet. Yeah. Tracy is the expert at helping all of us with our diets.
I am thinking I will have to be gluten-free, period. That's the news I think I am going to get. No gluten whatsoever at all, which everybody says it's easier now, but you get to thinking it's like, oh my God, that means I can't have Nutty Buddies. And then it's like, oh my God, I've got to change my toothpaste. I might even have to change my makeup. It's like, oh my God.
I got to go on a seafood diet.
Seafood?
Seafood, need it.
I was going to say, aren't you already on that?
Yeah, I'm going to stay on it too.
No, Dusty. No. No, it's not time for your funeral. So get it together. Oh, Michelle from the Shrine says, I just say Michelle from the Shrine. Michelle says she knows who you are. I've had to go gluten-free and it sucks, she says. Oh, talk to Michelle then.
Yeah, that's what I find out. The 27th. So, but I know they did say I was anemic. So, I mean, there's obviously an underlying issue for that. But after all my going down rabbit holes, I think I have celiac disease. So, not a big issue, just a suck ass one.
You'll find out the end of January.
Yeah.
So yeah, speaking speaking of Shrine, I did not make it to Tennessee at all last summer. And I did talk to Rick the other day. And yes, got to go back to the Shrine. A whole year not going to the Shrine has broke my heart. It has. That is my favorite location
Oh,
ever.
yes. It just
I,
so peaceful. As
I,
soon as you walk through them doors, it's just like, oh,
That sounds like fun.
you haven't
Shrine.
been?
No,
Oh, you won't like it.
probably
Oh, it's
not.
amazing.
Well, every time that we go to the Shrine, Dusty's not available. So, unfortunately, because we have to leave on a Friday to go down there and I like to leave like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning to get on the road. And then we're
Yes,
there,
it's what, 5, 6 hours, maybe
yeah, 5
even
and a half.
7 with stops and everything.
Yeah, because Melissa has to stop a lot.
Oh, but that is one of the side effects. Remember how I'm always bitching? I'm sick of peeing. I said that's one of the side effects.
Well, good. Hopefully that gets resolved
I know.
for our next road trip.
That's I'm like, hey, there's a positive. I ain't gonna piss every 5 minutes.
I know, Michelle. I have to see the new garden. Oh, she said you have to see the new garden. I'm
Oh, a
excited.
new garden.
Yeah. Michelle, did you put that over there at the old Earth Gate? Is that where you put it? Over on the side by the trailer? I think that's where you were going to put it. So yeah, the Shrine is amazing place. And I miss the place. And I'm telling you right now, man, if I'm going to pack up my stuff and move, I'm going to Tennessee. If I was going to move, I would be heading to Tennessee. Oh, Dale, it's every, when we go on a road trip, Melissa always has to stop. And it'll be like not even an hour into it. And she's like, can we stop?
I apologize with every 5 minutes. Like, I'm sorry. I know I just peed like 10 minutes ago, but I'm gonna pee my pants if we don't stop. I've held it as long as I can.
Sounds like me.
I am on a mission, man. I want to get there.
I do too. And I said, I try, I hold it, my eyes are swimming and I'm finally looking over like, can we stop? A little tear.
They make adult diapers.
I've honestly thought about getting a Shewee so it can just pop out of the car and pop back in. We ain't got to pull in nowhere. Just pull off the side of the road.
I'm going to buy her some of those, Dusty, for our next road trip.
Eat pretzels.
Yeah. And like I said, guys, tuning in. Jimmy from Outlaw Paranormal was supposed to be here with us tonight, but he still has the flu. So he was not able to join us tonight. But, and I'm still coughing from my previous bronchitis, but we will do one with Jimmy soon after he gets over his flu. And then I do have some filming I'm going to be doing with Jimmy in Tennessee, and hoping that Michelle is going to join us as well. We are going to go to a few locations in Tennessee. Jimmy has some locations to go investigate. And I didn't get to any of those last summer. So that's going to be happening this summer. Yes, Tennessee is beautiful. And all the important people live in Tennessee. I mean, the moonshiners, you see everybody down there, in The Walking Dead. I met a lot of the Walking Dead characters when I was down there one time, hung out with the moonshiners, Ewok and Raven. If you ever seen Ewok, he was on Mountain Man and Moonshiners. And then Travis was on Distillery. Biggins is a great guy. A lot of fun. And Crazy Chuck. There's all kinds of them. I've met so many nice people in Tennessee. I love Tennessee. Yes, Michelle's going with us. I already talked to her about a week or so ago about going with us. You could look at you guys all talking about candy. Hershey's. I don't care what it is. Anything sugar, I'll eat it. My biggest downfall is cookies and muffins. And I have not had one cookie since I left work, and that's been almost 16 days tomorrow that I have not had one cookie. So I've been trying to eat healthy.
Daughter made some of those no bake cookies, but she got the ingredients to make them gluten free, and I've come to the realization that I think I've almost ate every one of them.
I've had a few in my lunchbox.
And she made them on New Year's Eve.
Oh goodness. Laura, where's Alton? Where's Alton, Laura? Laura said, if you ever come to Alton, let me know. We are one of the top 5 most smallest cities in the U.S. Can give you a tour. Oh, hi, Scott. No more Twizzlers. I don't drink pop. I do not drink pop at all. Haven't for many, many years. Thanks, Michelle. We'll see you soon, okay? Take care. See you at the shrine. Where is she at? 30 minutes north of St. Louis on Illinois side.
Okay. All right. I knew that sounded. I think that's in my book. That's one of the places I have in my book that I want to
go. Yeah. Road trips.
That's why I was like, that sounds so familiar.
We are scheduling, and we will be going back to Randolph in May. And Steve is going to come up from North Carolina along with Tracy and her husband. They are coming up to go to Randolph with us. Melissa, Dusty, Melissa's daughter, my daughter, and Tessa will be coming. And then, who said hopefully?
Me, with my daughter. I said hopefully.
And who am I forgetting? Oh, Jimmy Outlaw Paranormal's coming up to come with us to Randolph as well. He's coming up. And so it's going to be a good bunch of people. Well, Adam, you should be coming to Randolph with us in May. I've been there 4 times, but it's been quite some time. So quit smoking. Yes, quit smoking. I saw that comment. That's what I'm working on too. I have to quit smoking. But Randolph's a good location. So you can have 14 people, which is what we're going to have. And you have plenty of space to have everyone go off on their own if they want to.
There's all that land out there too.
Yeah, there's all kinds of different areas. And I'm hoping that night, I want to try to work it out where if we can, I've been to Stone Mansion, you've been to Stone Mansion several times. And the only thing, well, I've been there 2 or 3 times, but we have Jim Jones Church that I want to go to.
Yeah, I want to go there.
It's only 10 minutes from Randolph. So I'm hoping maybe we can work something out where we could maybe do both locations. The only problem with that is it's hard because there's so much to do at Randolph. So I don't know about that.
Yeah, that is a pretty big location.
But we are scheduling a bunch of locations. We're trying to figure out the schedule to figure out what we're going to do here. And it's easier when you drive these locations to have a place to spend the night and not have to pay for a hotel room. So like if you go to Randolph, you spend the night, you go to Bill Manor, you spend the night, Jonesville, rest home, which we might go back to again because there's a lot at Jonesville to be uncovered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was Lawrence, where are you going to be in May? That's my birthday month. We're going to be in Randolph in May, Adam. That's in Indiana, Winchester, Indiana. And there was Laura said there's a Union prison about a mile from my home from eons ago, but it's tore down, but they have a memorial in place there now. Oh, cool. Yeah, Randolph's good. Randolph's good. So anyway, we are trying to get some newer locations as well. Aaron and I would like to try and make it to Randolph. Yes, Tim and Aaron are coming too. I'm sorry.
Yay!
There's such a list of people that are coming. Yes, that's the last. I think the last 2 is Tim and Aaron. So yes, Tim and Aaron, Lovejoy Para X are also coming with us to Randolph. So we have a great group of people coming. It'll be a lot of fun. Really excited about that. Excited that Tracy and Steve and her husband are coming up from South and North Carolina. Haunted Castle, not from far from me as well. I love castles.
Loveland Castle's pretty cool. I've not investigated it, but I have been up there during the day and kind of poked around.
I thought about that. Why don't we look into that? Because I went there for a haunted, attraction, and they do rent out. So
It's
I got
definitely a summer thing because you can. Okay, back when I got the information for it, and it could have changed because it's been a few years since I pulled the information. It was fairly decent amount, and obviously you have to wait for the place to shut down. I can't remember, like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And then I
Yeah.
think they lock you in until like 10 o'clock the next morning. So once you're there, you're there. So they close the gate behind them and lock you in. So it would definitely have to be a summer thing. And we can pitch a tent. And I could be wrong on that
Well, we can
being
drive
locked in thing.
we don't have to spend a night because Loveland's only 20 minutes from
That's
my house.
But it's about 45 to an hour for me. But like I said, we have to double check that once you're in, see if they actually lock the gate behind them type situation.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's like I said, it's been a minute, and I it could be misremembering, but I do know you could have it till at least like 10 a.m.
It is a little high in price, just like, and I will say, Post Town School. I don't like the price on Post Town School. So if you're listening,
Yeah.
Post Town, you need to drop the price on that school. It's a little too high. Sorry, but it is for what you're getting down there. It's a little too high in price. Hi, Tessa and Britt.
Hi, Tessa,
Pike
Britt.
Mansion.
Now, I've been to Post Town once, I think. And stayed the night.
Nothing against the location. It's just some of these locations are high in price. And
Yeah, it was, and then
I'm gonna
because we stayed, that added an extra 100 onto it, I think, for
that's
staying the
ridiculous.
night there, which took it up to five something, and then it's just kind of like, oh, that's starting to get a little.
No one should pay that kind of money to spend the night. $30 or so is decent, but to charge you that to spend the night, I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. This is a moneymaker for all locations. Unfortunately, it's become that way, and some of these locations are raising prices even more because they know what they have. They know that they're getting people to come in, and that's just not right. I understand they have repairs to do on the property. If you're going to take that money and repair the property and do the right thing with the money, I'm all for it. But if you're going to charge us this kind of money, like if you want to go to West Virginia State Penitentiary, you get 6 hours for $1,099. Now,
That's
if you're
crazy.
you're going to charge someone almost $1,100, you better be giving us at least 8 or 10 hours for that price.
No, that price, I want to be sleeping there, and y'all be ordering my pizza about midnight. You have me some pizza coming up in there, and that's what I'm expecting for $1,100.
Yes, Tessa, you need to get with Summer about that bar up in Hillsboro. There is a paranormal investigator that owns a bar in Hillsboro, and we need to go there and investigate. And I believe in the past he said that he welcomed us out to investigate his location with him. So I would love to go up there and investigate. No, it's not. It's not there. It's in Wilmington, but that's
Heck
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, and we're talking about the Broadwell Funeral Home. He's making that into a bed and breakfast. Now it's $250 to rent now, and it was $350. I believe in his situation, since he is providing all the bedding and every place to sleep, and the bathrooms and the showers and the food, the breakfast in the morning. He should raise it back up and charge $350 because that's worth it. You're spending the night, you have a place to sleep, you have breakfast the next morning. That's a little different. But I have a hard time with this. And that's why it's so difficult, guys, to schedule all this because, to schedule a location, you got to put out $250 to $350 deposit just for one location. So by the time I get done with this and I schedule, however many, 4 or 5 of these locations, it's going to cost me well over $1,200 to $1,500 just in deposits. If you don't schedule them now, you're not going to get in 2026. So see, locations know they have us one way or the other. 1,100, you better be getting a week's worth of investigating, right? I know. It's ridiculous. Hi, Jennifer. It's ridiculous, to get that. I haven't been West Virginia State Penitentiary is on my bucket list. It is, but I don't want to pay that price. Because I'm telling you, what happened at Trans-Allegheny, that was expensive. And then they took up 2 hours of our time giving us a stupid tour through that location that we did not need. You know what? Let us walk through in the daytime and wish us luck at nighttime. Let us roll. You
We'll give you good evidence if we don't make it out.
When the tour guide came out of Trans-Allegheny, she says, well, what do you think? And I said, I'm not real impressed. And she said, what? I'm not real impressed with Trans-Allegheny. I'll tell you what, Old College Hill. We need to go to Old College Hill this summer because that one is good.
I want to go to the Sally House.
Isn't that pretty far away?
That's in New York, I think.
Well, we might as well hit that in Hinsdale House while we're up there.
Oh, yeah, I want to go there, too. There is a triangle thing, something to do with Salem, and then there's the Lizzie Borden. So maybe it's Salem, Lizzie Borden, and then another place that makes a triangle, but I can't remember what that other place was.
Hey, Dusty, why don't you go ahead and go since you're there with your dad?
Okay,
I'm sure
fine.
You guys have things to do. Bye, Dad.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Have a good night. Bye.
Have a nice New Year's.
You
Hope
too.
you get
We'll
your
see
leg all straightened out.
Thank you.
We're all going to get figured out and fixed.
You call this old age. Take it from me. Don't forget, I can get us caskets.
Sweet.
You follow through what you need to do, Dusty.
I did. I ordered my casket.
No. It's not what I'm talking about.
I want a purple one.
Mine's red and black.
Okay, I want purple.
I can do that. Mine's gold. Dad said his is gold.
It's not your time. Not your time.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Okay.
Good night. Good night. Bye.
Bye. Sorry, guys. I know he's there with his dad, so I didn't want to take up any more of his time. But we're not going to be on here much longer either. We just wanted to get with you guys and talk to you a little bit about locations and toys and the funeral home and things like that. What about the Anne Frank house? Anne Frank house. There's so many places to go to, guys. It's unbelievable. I mean, and the problem is, even when I have 2.5 months off in the summer, it goes so fast that you would literally have to go every weekend to be able to capture every place if you wanted to do it this summer. Hi, Deborah. I just, here's the thing, guys. We all have a few little health issues going on, and
it's expensive.
Yeah, both of my cats had a upper respiratory infection, and then my cat stopped eating again. I had to syringe him, so he's on a couple more days of steroids, and then he's done. I don't know what's going to happen, and my fear. I have Tessa and Britt here for me, thank goodness, to help me keep an eye on him if I go out of town to Tennessee for the weekend. But I never know what's going to happen and I have to have a good eye on him because he could just stop eating completely and then he would starve to death and die. So we're probably going to put him on a steroid every other day for the rest of his life. That's probably going to be the fix for that. But, life happens. It does. And it's cold right now, and I'm not really ready to freeze my butt off this winter. I just been doing it for 5 years in the wintertime, and I'm just not up for it. I'm getting older. I'm 56 years old, and I'm getting older, and there's times to step back and kind of relax. And like I said, with the situations going on with all three of us, we all actually all have situations going on medically. We kind of need Melissa and I will get ours taken care of. I can't really speak for Dusty because he's stubborn and he won't listen to me. I want a purple urn. I don't want to take up 6 feet. Oh my goodness, you guys are talking about dying. I don't want to talk about dying.
That's what I told my daughter. I said, I don't care. Throw me out to the wolves. I don't care. Donate me to science. Burn me up. Bury me in the yard.
Tessa, I did get the parts out today. My stepdad did help me. Bill helped me. And now I have to finish the project. I am making a new equipment, and I'm working on a little project. It is a personal one right now. I just got an idea and I wanted to play with it. And so I am working on that project. Hopefully I can finish it tomorrow. It'll turn out good, but I do need another piece that I want to put into this project to make it even better. So yeah, I like it. It's pretty good. It'll work out.
I'm excited.
I gotta work on it, and yeah, it'll take me a little bit. It might take me the rest of this week to finish it, but we'll get it there. You're a young pup. Wait till you turn 65. Well, Scott, I've always felt like a young pup, and I still do, except for the veins in my leg. And I tried to do yoga yesterday, and it was painful. So I did a walking, like walk away the pounds, and I was able to do walking. So I still got to keep movement, but I can't lift no weights. I can't do any full body exercises like I normally do. No weights, nothing like that. Not until I go to doctor and have this resolved. So I'm kind of stuck doing not much. When I pass, I'm hunting everyone, so be ready, Dale says. No, I'm 50. I'll be 57 in March, Adam. Yeah. We have some good genes in our my grandma passed away at 96 years old, and you would have thought she was 76 years old when she died. She looked amazing. So we do have good genes when it comes to looking a little younger than what we are. Thank goodness. Dusty said, I can cremate anyone. I'm now licensed. Thanks, Dusty.
I'll let my daughter know.
Good to know. I don't want to know that, Dusty. You already told me that, but I don't want. I have a hard time talking to Dusty sometimes because of what he does, and he doesn't give me any major details. But then he'll say I had to do this or that. And it's like, no, Dusty, don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Tell me. I got questions.
She is. You're as young as you feel. Yeah, I feel fine. I have a special sign to let people know that it's us. Only exercise in the winter, shoveling snow. Oh, no, I don't do shoveling snow. On my birthday, Jen, I wish you happy birthday. Yep, Steve and I have the same birthday. March 23rd. Dusty said, you're welcome. All right. Well, anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys all tuning in. We're not going to keep you real long here, but we just kind of wanted to check in with you. I wanted to apologize for Saturday night because I did not have any comments on the lives. I don't know what was happening. It was crazy, but you know what? We powered through it. We got through it. We went on without the comments, even though Aaron was running around reading me comments here and there. there was nothing I could do about it. I could shut off and go back on. It was just going to be a constant situation. So I just wanted to keep on moving through it. And I, like I said, as long as I had one live up and you guys were able to see on YouTube, we're good to go. Let's just move on. No big deal. I try to run 3 lives at one time, 3 platforms, and then go to Rainbow eventually, but it just wasn't working out. So I do apologize for that. And, you know, I did try to go through a lot of your comments, but we did capture a lot of good things. At the funeral home, and we are going to plan on going back here in January, and hopefully we can get more on this little girl and see what the story is. She's very dominant, has very high energy, very clear in her speaking. It's not a scruffled voice or anything. She has high energy, and I kind of feel if it was more of the poltergeist type energy coming through, it would be more of a scruffled. That's just my opinion, but she's not. She's not like that. And this is the 3rd time. So we believe there is a story to this little girl, and we we think, like when she said mommy with Dusty and I asked her, are you looking for your mommy? And when she came down the hallway, she said, where's mommy? So I kind of feel, and I think Melissa feels the same way, that she's lost, or she's just trying to find her mom. And that's what we're going to try to capture. We're going to try to capture more in her story to see, does she know where her mom is? Is she lost and her mom's not at the funeral home? There's something with this. And we're really, ever since we all left there, including Tim, we've all really had this on our mind, this little girl, and what we captured and what we experienced that night with her humming with our own ears. And there's just something about it. I did bring a male spirit home with me, probably who walked up behind me again. God, I cannot win bringing one home from there. So I'm washing my face last night in the bathroom. This guy goes, hello, as plain as day, standing right next to me by my bathroom door. And I was like, I know he's been here and I just been ignoring him, but I told him, you need to go back to the funeral home. You're not welcome here. And, I think sometimes this Leo, the guy keeps calling out my name, is probably him that I'm bringing home with me. And he needs to, whoever it is, needs to go back. And they will in a week, another week at the most. He'll be gone. He'll go back. They can't stay, people. They can't. I don't care what anybody says. They cannot stay with us. They are not meant to stay with us. They have a place they have to be. So I'm innocent until proven guilty. I have a little girl spirit here who I told her she could call me mommy. I had one too. She was Indian, and I guess I was kind of like a surrogate with her, and she was like taking care of me. So I had Jimmy from Outlaw Paranormal put a box on, and I was leaving school when I was teaching, and I said, Jimmy, I called him on the phone, put him on speakerphone in my car, and I said, I think there's a little girl with me. So I said, her name was White Dove. And I said, she got stampeded by a horse right here in my town, because my town was Indian town. And I said, Jimmy, I said, put on your box. And I said, White Dove, are you with me? And she goes, yes. And I said, well, we're almost home. And she goes, home. And I opened the back car door and I said, you can get out now. She goes, I'm already out. I said, well, let's go in the house. So we came in the house, and in a while, Seeker James from Ireland said the grandfather was here looking for her. So I came out here in my kitchen. I could feel both of them. And I said, White Dove, you have to go with your grandfather. He's been looking for you. Please go with your grandfather. You don't have to take care of me. I'm okay. You can come and visit me, but you don't have to stay with me. And within that, they were both gone. And I haven't heard from her since. I took pictures in my house, little Indian girl with braids standing beside my bedroom window, had a little tomahawk in her hand, plain as day to see. I'll have to pull that up on my other computer so you can see that. And I'll have to put that picture out. But yeah, a lot of Indians. I have a lot of energy here, possible portal in my backyard that creates a lot of things, ley lines under my house. There's a lot going on in my house. Melissa can tell you, my list is long with what happens to me. It's constant. There's never a dull moment in this house. And I live alone. And it happens, it happens alone. So, but I document everything that happens in my house. Everything's been documented. And what's the clicking noise? Is that the
I don't hear anything.
I'll have to put that picture out. I'm just trying to see. Oh, I hear something on your side of the camera.
It could be Tony upstairs.
Something's like something's dropping.
Oh, it's Tony Bigfoot upstairs.
Unexplained. Oh, I gotta catch up with your. The unexplained man's voice was Scruffy, who said, "I hate you." Yes, he was, Tim. He was an older guy at the Broadwell Funeral Home. He sounded like an older guy. Lars, I had someone try to tell me it was a demon, and I said no. I said not all children are damn demons. That's true. That's true, and that's what we have to verify in this little girl, Laura. We have to verify that she is who she says she is, even though we've captured her 3 times. Was he playing a game up there?
I think he's done playing video games for now or for the moment, and he's eating. So he's the microwave, refrigerator, sink.
Oh, okay. So, Laura, I get the same thing. So, and most of you know this. So when a spirit walks into a room, I get this vibration feeling. You'll see me do this. And then when they're on top of me, like literally beside me, and standing right next to me, it's like someone stabbed me with thousands of needles up and down my legs. My nervous system shoots up and down continuously throughout the night of an investigation, which is my legs are exhausted the next day, which is probably maybe that's part of my vein problem. I don't know. It's crazy, but it shoots up and down. When there's a negative, I have this weird vibration, convulsion, needles, vibration. And I do not get that negative vibration from this little girl at all when she's coming through the hallway, when she's been around us. That I don't feel that. I would feel that with her. Like when that poltergeist thing comes up on me at the funeral home, oh, it's horrible. The feeling's horrible. Could be adult spirit acting like a child, demon, you never know. Yeah. Oh, the tree of your property is special. Yeah, yeah. Steve was on the phone with me one night, and I had the spirit box running, and him and I talked for like 3 hours with the spirits here at my house. And Steve can tell you there's a lot of activity that goes on around my house, and they were guiding us to a tree behind my house, saying that the portal was inside that tree. So that's something I need to work on this summer. I need to try to do another when it gets warmer, do another investigation. I don't use equipment inside my house, only outside my property. I only use one particular box. I will not use an ink box at my house ever because the range of that is too far away. I don't want to bring in something that doesn't belong here. So I won't do that. That won't happen. So I've only used a recorder in my house, and I do not use any boxes in my house. But I leave my spirits alone. You know, they don't bother me. I don't bother them. Dale, I know if it was or not. Right, Laura. See, I would know too. I would know too if it was. And there is a lady here. There's a spirit here at my house that likes Steve. She kept calling out his name on the box that night. What I don't get on these shows, these adult men scream like a little girl when they get touched by a spirit. Like, really, I get touched all the time. Yeah, I know. I've been choked at the funeral home. I was slapped in the face, left marks across my face. My whole face was swollen when I got up next morning, went back 2 weeks later, asked the guy. We said, who hit Jennifer? And he said, I slapped that bitch. And he did. It is what it is. You know, when we go into a field and we do this, whatever, you know, what's happening, we have to expect the unexpected. We cannot go into this acting like everything's going to be okay because we do not know what's going to happen. We don't know if we go to asylum, we're going to have a good night and no one's going to get hurt or someone's going to get hurt. We don't know. We have no idea. It could be anywhere. We've done residentials and picked up 14 spirits and they called out their names and told me all of their names at a residential. You just don't know what's going to happen anywhere you go. It's what I don't get on these. Yeah, I just read that. Oh, yes. And a lady who likes, yeah. So anyway, guys, it's hard to say. You just don't know what's going to happen and what we do, and we have to be careful. And you can only be so careful because, like the other night, as an example, us investigating the funeral home and all of this story was going on around us. These spirits were having their own interaction with us being right there, and the story that was coming through with these spirits was literally happening right. It was like, certain spirit, they don't care if you're there or not. If they're having another interaction with another spirit, they're going to continue with what's going on, and that's exactly what happened the other night. Yeah, I do. And I don't always bring a spirit home. I do from the Broadwell Funeral Home. And I can't help it. That place, I always bring someone home. It's regardless. I did bring a little girl home from Monroe House, and she was in my bedroom talking to me. And I was like, honey, you got to go back to Monroe House. I said, the last thing I want is Monroe House spirits to come to my house and look for you. I don't want them coming to look for you. So a few days later, she did finally leave. But you investigate. You don't always bring something home with you. It doesn't always happen. But funeral home, I can't help it. It always happens. It's a given.
I'm glad they choose you and not me.
Yeah, thanks. I never know what I'm going to. That one I brought home from the funeral home, I remember I was driving home 3:00 in the morning by myself, and the spirit's behind in the car, and it's just flipping my hair, not hurting me, just flipping my hair. And I was like, I'm really not in the mood for this. You just need to go back to the funeral home. And when I got home, I said, you can get out of my car, but you're not coming in my house. And it lightly just played with my hair behind my all the way home. My mom said, what'd you do? I said, you know what, Mom? I lit a cigarette, cranked up the radio, and I drove home. and it just played with my hair. So, oh well. Anybody got any questions or anything you want to ask before we go? We appreciate you all tuning in. Laura, it's great to meet you. Hopefully we'll talk again soon. I appreciate you all being on here. And like I said, again, thank you so much for our circle session at Mysterious Monroe House Resulted in Profanity EVPs as well. Yes, it did. We did a circle session Tim was saying, we did a circle session at Monroe House, and it turned out pretty good. I went into this tuning in session for about 15 minutes. Was it about 15 minutes, Melissa?
Probably 15, 20 minutes.
That was the deepest I've ever done as a tuning in session. And I could see the woman and man walk up the door. I could see the child running. She was running up the stairs. That's a child I brought home with me, that little girl. And then I could see another man, a man that was older coming. He was bald. He was coming around the corner. He was upset because the other two were staying at our door. There was a woman down the kitchen. I sat into this session and said, show me what's happening in the house. Well, that's exactly what happened. I could see everything that was happening in the house. It was crazy. It was cool and crazy. But yes, there was some language that came through our EVP sessions during that circle session. Yeah, that'd be great, Adam. Hopefully you can. Thank you, Steve. Chocolate bars. You guys still talking about that? Candy. No candy. I can't have candy. I did have some dark chocolate yesterday and told myself if I'm going to eat it, it's going to have to be sugar-free dark chocolate. So that's what I ate. It's not the best, but it's okay. Anything else, Melissa?
Not that I can think of, but we can get off here and I'll think of 500 things.
We appreciate all of your comments and everything that you said about the toys and everything earlier as well.
Yeah.
We are going to try a few different things. I don't know if Dusty's going to make it or not with us. We'll see when the time comes. If not, Melissa and I will go alone. already decided we will go alone if we need to. And of course, Dusty's always welcome to come with us. Just depends on when we go and if he's available. He does have a lot of runs to do sometimes, and it doesn't always happen. Like last weekend, he wasn't able to come. Regular
I
dog
don't think
truck is
he's
very good.
like he's
What?
coming until the last. I would guess sometimes it's an hour before time to go, and
Yeah,
he's like, I got a call and I can't go. And we're like, poop.
yeah. So we'll see when the time gets closer, and we'll get more information on her. And we're going to have to, I don't know, we're going to come up with a plan with this one. And like we said, we're going to have to use some more recorders in quiet time and see maybe, I'm sure we can get communication with her to play with us with different toys and things like that.
Yeah,
She loves the music box, but your music box doesn't say Ring Around the Rosie, does it?
it does.
Oh, it
Yeah,
does. Okay.
yeah. Jimmy made it for me, or well, didn't make it. He gave it to me. He made it and gave it to me. But yeah, it sings it. It just sings it creepier than yours.
Yeah. She loves that box. We'll have to. We got a couple different things. I'm working on a project right now. Like I said, I'm actually making something, so we'll take that to the funeral home as well. And I will be making some music boxes soon, similar to Jimmy's, but I'm going to design these a little differently. So, um, yeah, this is the best time to work on equipment and make equipment because it's wintertime. Tim said, love to all and great debrief on the haunted Bravo funeral home. Yes, Tim is going to get, like I said, get that that the EVP finished. He is whatever he's doing to it, where you can actually hear everything that's going on and her talking. And like we said, she was saying, "Where's mommy?" And that guy's "I hate you." And then she said "white," and then she was singing "Ring Around the Rosie." Like, and I documented the time to you, Tim, on there about when I heard her sing "Ring Around the Rosie." But you put your headphones on, Melissa, and you said you heard it too. So she was singing it again.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh,
So I think when she's singing that, she's not as close to that particular recorder. It sounds like it's in a distance.
mm-hmm.
But then like the mommy and everything, that's she's pretty close to that recorder. You can, or I feel like I hear a difference in like when she's singing Ring Around the Rosie to all the other noise. It's a lot louder.
I think when she was singing "Ring Around the Rosie," she was like hopping or skipping down the hallway. You know, she's a very happy child for what her situation is. She's extremely happy. And I don't get no weird energy off of her. And the humming was very sweet.
Yeah.
But then I'll have to cut. I'll have the reels cut. I'll have to. I think I might already have that scheduled to go out tomorrow. But if you listen, you'll hear her humming, and then you'll hear this ball sound like a ball bounce twice. And there's two times in the reel that I cut that she was humming. So you can hear it, especially if you put headphones on, you can hear it really well because I upped the volume on it. So we'll see. Hopefully everybody can hear that. And when the reel comes out, comment and let us know if you can hear it. I know you can definitely hear the bouncing. I've raised the volume as high as I can on that reel to capture her voice. Adam said, I like having my Irish friends send me voice clips of different questions and I play them during my investigations. Well, that's cool. Using the different accents. Yeah. My house is so quiet. I do not like quiet houses. It starts making me nervous. It's like the TV's off and it's silent, and I don't like silence. I hate silence. I can't stand it. I get headset for EVP stuff. Yeah. Well, when this reel comes out, guys, listen to it. Let me just check real quick on my meta thing here. I believe it is scheduled for tomorrow. Is it scheduled? You know what? It's not scheduled for tomorrow. So I'll go back in and I'll get that scheduled to go out tomorrow. And you guys, like I said, put on there a comment. Let us know what you hear. Maybe you might hear something else besides the humming too. And ears hear different things. So it's interesting to see your comments on that. But I will, no, I thought I had it scheduled for tomorrow, but it's not scheduled. So I will, it's already clipped and ready. Well, thanks for joining, Melissa. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll have to come up with what we're going to do. Before we get off of here, we did go to Jonesville Rest Home. That's in Jonesville, Kentucky. And that was a pretty interesting location. And we might be going back to that location. Because Dusty and Melissa and I did a ghost hunt for the Dayton Lane Historical Society, and they provide us $200 for doing that investigation. So we still have that $200 to use for an investigation. We're just trying to figure out where we want to go. So these locations we can spend the night at, which is very important, because if we're going to drive these long distance, to get a hotel room on top of the cost of going to the locations can be a lot of money if you don't have enough people going with you. So I'm not sure who's going to go to Jonesville with us at this point, and I will talk to the owner, Jennifer, and see what kind of schedule she has, and see if we can return back there maybe when this weather breaks. I think, like we're going to do the funeral home in January, and I think that right then my face is itching. I don't know why. I had some cheese a little while ago, and sometimes when I eat cheese, I itch around my ears. I have to go and get a food allergy test, which is going to cost me $500. So I'm kind of waiting to get that done. My system's just kind of whacked out right now for some reason, but we're kind of stepping back a little bit. If I get warmer weather this weekend, which is going to be in the 50s on Saturday, I may hit some graveyards and either do some recording, or I'll do a live maybe. Yeah, normally that's spirits interference. We'll see. But it's cold up here in Ohio. It is. We got a warming up this coming week, but not real warm, but kind of warm. Hi, Dashi.
It was supposed to rain too.
Yes, most of the week. Yes. So, and with our medical issues, guys, we're just kind of been stepping back a little bit on some things. The coldness, getting this stuff resolved, so we're all okay. And my male cat is going to come up here on my kitchen table to say hi. Say hi, Dashi. Look into the camera. Look into the camera. Say hi. What's your face up there?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Have a great evening. Happy Sunday soon. Hey, it's only 9:00. What will I do with my time?
I am going to watch TV and probably fall asleep.
Yeah. Hi, Kitty. Is Kitty on here? Oh, Kitty. Deborah saying hi, Kitty. This is Dashi. He's the one that I've had to syringe. He's half Maine Coon. He's 10 years old. I'm sorry, he just turned 11 years old. He's a good little boy, but I just had to give him some pills a little while ago because he still has some steroids to finish. You're not showing your face. Show everybody your beautiful little face. Anyway, guys, good night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And next time we'll have Jimmy on. Like I said, he's got the flu and he's just too sick. And Dusty actually just got over the flu. Seems like everybody has the flu right now. Watch this. Let me see if I can get him to do it before we get off of the live. Dashi, put your head up. Look. Kiss. 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 Head up. Head up. Kiss. Put your head down. Kiss. He puts his head down. I taught him that when he was 6 weeks old. I make him put his head down so I could kiss him on his head. Dashi? Kiss. See how he puts his head down? Oh, he's so sweet. Isn't that adorable? Anyway, thank you guys. I know I keep going on and on. I appreciate it. We'll see you soon. And we will post when we're going to the funeral home. And hopefully you guys can join in, because I would love for all of you to be able to join in on that investigation, since you were on the last investigation, to see what's going to happen with this little girl and see what we can capture. There's definitely a story here. Oh, now Seeker James kicks on. Hi, Seeker. Butts all the time, Deborah. I have to be careful with that, you know. There's his face. He's when I first got him, I didn't like him. I was going to take him back to the animal shelter. I didn't like him. I was like, I don't like him. He's got a really bad attitude, but I kept him. And, you know, with that Maine Coon attitude, he's like a little dog. He follows me everywhere, always with me. Get out of my glass of water. He's drinking the glass. He's drinking the water out of my glass. He shouldn't be on the table, but he is. I still hear that. Okay, Melissa, thank you. I appreciate you taking time out tonight to get on here. And thanks, everyone. We will see you soon. And yeah, we're really excited to get back to the funeral home and see what we can capture in that situation. So try 3 different. I did. I used to have. Well, let me show you guys something before we get off the live. Don't you spill my glass. So on my wall over here, if you can see this, those are the 3 cats that I lost. They're in a 20 by, I think it's 30 frame. Let me see if I can get them all on there. So then Leo's down here. Now can you see them? There we go. So I lost all 3 of them in 6 months. It was devastating. Aww. The black one died of cancer. I put her in for surgery. She had tongue cancer. We were going to cut her tongue off, part of her tongue off, and it would grow back. And then we found out it was all through her mouth. And then the white one is Shy. Beautiful, beautiful cat. He ended up having 3 tumors, one on his main artery, threw him in for surgery, could not save him. And then Leo passed away of an upper respiratory infection. That's why I really try to, there he is. I really try to make sure that these guys are taken care of, because I gave medication twice for upper respiratory and put him in there for $99 a day on Christmas, during Christmas, and it cost me a fortune, and I had to make the choice to put him down. So it was devastating. I'll be right with you, Dashi. He wants a snack. It was devastating to lose all 3 in 6 months. And I adopted these 2 from the Animal League for Animal Welfare. And then the black one I found on the street and brought her in. And she died at 17 years old. The white one was 11. And the gray one was 10. So, yeah, it was horrible. But my daughter made me, after they passed away in 2014, my daughter made me those to put on my wall, and they've been on there ever since. And I'm not taking them down. I get to look at them every day. So it's precious. All right, guys, I'm going to shut up now. And I'm going to get me another cup of hot tea because I'm losing my voice. Yes, Tracy made me a shirt and put them on a shirt for me too. It's beautiful. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that, Tracy. She made me a lot of cool looking shirts. Thanks, Deborah. All right, guys. Well, Happy New Year to everyone. We're hoping to have an exciting 2026. We are excited. We're going to work on this schedule and try to get some locations scheduled. And here he comes again. He wants a snack. Okay, well, sit down and try to get these locations scheduled and figure out where we're going. We have to figure out the entire schedule, you know, for the year. But like I said, we also have Tennessee. Plan on being down in Tennessee probably 3 times this coming summer. Definitely at the Shrine for a weekend. Want to try some new things at the Shrine as well. So we have a lot of things that we have in the works that we're working on. Yes. And Tracy is coming up. Tracy and Steve are coming up in May. And Tracy, I'll have that resolved tomorrow. So I know he has to have a snack. He loves he loves his snacks. Do you want a snack? Watch his ears. You want a snack? Hi. Hi, baby. Oh, he's so precious. Anyway, so that'll be a fun time with everyone coming up in May. Steve's excited to come up. He said, woohoo. Tracy's excited too. I'm excited you're coming up.
We'll all be feeling good when May gets here.
Yeah, we should have all of our situations resolved. Let's hope.
I'll be full of energy like I used to be.
We all should be in a better place by then. Yeah. Yeah. Tracy's excited to come too. Her and her husband are coming up. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad. And then Tracy, you finally get to meet Britt and Tessa because they're coming too. So it'll be fun. We'll have a great group of people. We really will that night. It'll be great. All right, guys, take care. Have a good weekend. Well, it's almost over. My 16 days is up. I have to go back to work on Monday, but I've been off for 16 days as of tomorrow, which has been great. It's been a great break. I have not even looked at my email for work. Haven't even looked at it. I put on there that I would not return until January 5th. And I told myself I'm not looking at it because a lot of times I do work from home and I'm not doing it this time. I took my actual break. Tomorrow I'm going to do some Reiki on my legs. I'm going to do some meditation. And I've been taking naps in the afternoon.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know. But I just felt like I needed to step back and relax for a little bit. So we'll do the funeral home in January, and then I don't know from there. Right now, like I said, I'll do some graveyards, but we're going to step back and take care of our medical issues because that's important, and we all seem to have them. So unfortunately, if not, we can all lean on each other. Yes. Well, I'm sure every one of us, have something going on here and there, but Melissa and I are working on ours here in January. So
Yeah, I will know.
We'll still do the funeral home. We'll still do that. And then after that, we'll see how things are going. Might have to step back for the month of February until warmer weather comes and springtime comes. Just depending on what happens with both of us. And mine is just lasering out the veins and then be careful for a month or so. And with the night and I think what really hurt it wasn't hurting. And then when Mandy and I were at the funeral home, I went up those stairs and this tripod, Dashy, sit, please sit. The tripod hit my leg and I had this big red gash in my leg from the tripod. And then my leg started hurting. So I guess maybe when I hit it, I hit the veins and I bruised it. But it's good to go ahead and get it taken care of now. Naps are great. I won't get any more naps for a while because I don't have any more days off, I don't think, until Dashy. Hey, I'm going to get you. Will you sit down and be good, Fuzzy? Until February, I think. All right, guys. I'm going to shut up now. Melissa's like, Jennifer, just shut up so I can go watch TV. All right, Melissa. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. See you guys.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. You can kick off. Okay, guys. I appreciate it. Tuning in. I felt like I was keeping her. So anyway, I don't know how many times I've said so tonight too. I'm a little tired today. My sinuses have been acting up. I'm losing my voice. Ever since I had COVID twice, I keep losing my voice. And I'm going to go take care of him and my other little girl, Freya. This is Dashy. And I think that I'm going to go curl up in bed and watch some TV and relax. So you guys take care. We'll see you soon. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And we'll see you. Yes, once more, we'll see you again at the funeral home. Good night, guys. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye. Say bye, Dashi. Say bye. Put your face up there.